Hello again. Today's video will be about EzStamp data recovery after hard drive failures or other PC disasters. Having proper and complete backups of your EzStamp and EzCoin data is a must if you want to be able to recover your inventory after a hard drive failure or other disasters. We recently had a call from a customer in Paradise, California, whose home was burnt to the ground and all his computers were lost. Luckily for him, he used our cloud backup to back up his data just 2 days prior to the devastating fires in California, and we helped him recover his data because he had these cloud backups. The procedures to recover the data that I will describe here will work for both EzStamp and EzCoin, but today I will be showing you in EzStamp. There are a couple of things that must first be done before you can begin the recovery process. We've documented these initial steps here on our website. You can easily locate the page by going to EzStamp.com, and then in the search field just type in move or new PC and do the search, and this will bring up the page right here, which describes the process of how to basically do a backup and restore. What I will concentrate on today is how to restore custom files that you have created or files that you have duplicated from supplied countries. So customers who have purchased multiple countries or the World Edition of EzStamp must ensure that all supplied country files have been installed before you attempt to restore your data from the cloud or from the backup on disk or USB drive. This is a critical step that must be done. The thing to really understand is that EzStamp backups only back up your inventory data. They do not back up all the supplied information, simply the items that you have inventoried. The best way to describe this is to show you an example. So let's say you created a duplicate file of the supplied USA file and you wanted to have that for your dad's airmails and plate blocks and covers. And you called that file dad's US airmail. So I'll show you how you would do that. You'd go to File, Country Data File Utilities, Duplicate a Country, and you would call, give it a new file name, so USA underscore dads, etc. And then just change the description. And then make sure you leave this box copy supplied data and duplicate it. Now I've already done this, so I'm going to open the file that I created, which is this one here. And there's some information already inventoried in that file. So the duplicated file will have the same supplied information from the country that it was duplicated from, basically the USA. Now when you do a restore, EzStamp will first look to find the supplied file that the country is based on, in this case USA. If it's not found, the restore will only restore the inventory that is backed up, and the restore file will become a custom file that will not contain the supplied USA data. That's not what we want to do. To prevent this, you must ensure that the supplied file is present first. So let's describe this a little further by doing an actual restore with both the supplied file there and then one without. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a cloud backup of the USA file and this airmail file that I've just created. So first I have to close the country, and then I'm going to do a cloud backup. I'm going to do backup. So now I'm going to shrink this a little bit so we can see it. So I'm going to select the USA, I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to select this new file that I've created called Dad's Airmails, and I'm going to back them up to the cloud. So it's currently backing up those two files. and you can see the progress as it's updating everything. Okay, perfect. So now we have our backups on the cloud. Now I'm going to mimic a disaster or hard drive crash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the folder where the data is located, and I'm going to rename the airmail file, which is this one here. So I'm just gonna, so basically EzStamp will not be able to find this file. So in this instance, what we're doing is we've reinstalled EzStamp, and now we're going to attempt a cloud restore. So we'll go and do a restore. Again, let me put everything back here. Okay. So remember what we've done here. We've basically removed this custom file here that we created. So when we attempt to restore this file, I'll show you what will happen. So I'm going to mark that file. And keep in mind that the USA file is already in place in EzStamp. So let's restore that file. So the first thing that comes up is says, okay, well, this country file that is a custom file, and we're not sure what country it is associated with. So what you do is you pick it from the list, and there it is. You know it. You duplicated that from the USA file, and you assign it, which I thought I did. Oops. So this file here will be associated with the USA file, and then you just go ahead and do a restore. Again, while any lengthy process is going on in EzStamp, if you look at the status bars, it always tells you what it's doing. So it's just in the process of restoring that now. Okay. So we can go back and open that file, and we'll see that all the data is there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mimic a hard drive crash where now we have not restored or installed the USA files. So let's close this. I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm going to rename the USA file and this dad's airmails file. So this will mimic a hard drive crash, but you have failed to restore install the USA files. So this time, when we do a cloud restore, I'll show you what will happen. So I'm going to say restore the USA airmail file. And now it's asking us to assign a country to it. But if you look here, USA is not available. So there is no way to restore that with all the supplied data. I'll do it just to show you what will happen. So this is telling you that we restored, but it will basically become a custom file. Okay, so now if we go and open this airmail file, what you will see is that the data, the actual inventory is there, but if you notice, there's no pictures coming up. And part of the reason is if we right click on the image, there's no supplied image because there is no country associated with this file. It is totally custom as if you created it from scratch. So if I go to enter number 1, it's going to ask me to enter it as a variety. So the way to avoid this is to make sure that you have the USA file in place before you do your restorations. It's critical that you always make sure that you install EzStamp and all its required files before you attempt to do a restore. I hope this has been useful for you. If you do have any questions for us, please let us know. Bye for now.